If you clicked on this video, chances are you want to see yourself succeed. You want to stand out from the majority and do something truly outstanding. But is this achievable for everyone? Well, no, because otherwise successful people would amount to those 99%. Is that even important to get ahead of the majority then? And other specific strategies that can help you succeed? Let's look at these 5 super successful people. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, the world's largest online retailer. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft Corporation. Oprah Winfrey, a talk show host. And Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history. What do all of these people have in common? It's not where and when they were born. It's not really their background or upbringing. What all successful people around the world share is having a different idea, having a long-term correct vision on this idea, being able to bring this idea to life successfully, and changing and adapting in time. Let's begin with their innovative ideas. All of these individuals have been associated with groundbreaking and innovative ideas in their respective industries. Elon Musk with electric cars and space exploration. Jeff Bezos with online retail and cloud computing. Oprah Winfrey with her influential talk show. Bill Gates with personal computing, and Warren Buffett with value investing. Each of them introduced novel concepts or approaches that set them apart. And of course, there were lots of people who didn't support them at the beginning. So it's important to let go of this constant need for approval. And not everyone can do that, especially right now in the world of social media, likes, reshares, and all of that. I think everyone can feel and be successful, but not everyone needs to get ahead of 99% of people. I feel like I'm on the right path when it comes to my YouTube content. However, I don't want to beat Mr. Beast in terms of YouTube subscribers and worldwide recognition. But at the same time, we can all learn something from those in the 1%. And I have definitely learned lots of things. When I moved to Mexico, of course, most of the people I knew thought I was crazy. My college friends didn't understand me at all. Like, why did I actually move to Mexico? Like, why? So I stopped seeking approval from them. Instead, I talked to my parents, for example, about all of my goals and aspirations because my parents always supported me. And I can say now with a lot of certainty that I attribute a big part of everything I have achieved now to my parents and those conversations I had with them growing up. To get ahead of 99% of people, all of those successful people let go of this need for approval and focused on developing a sense of internal validation. As a high school kid, I was always telling myself that I could do it. I could start sounding more American when I speak English. But at the same time, I was accepting myself for who I was, flaws and all, and I was willing to take risks and pursue my goals even if other people didn't believe in me. In this journey of self-discovery and improvement, I found an excellent resource in the forum of an online language school called Lingoda because it helped me improve my English skills when I needed that the most. At Lingoda, you can study a range of languages, including English, Business English, German, French, and Spanish. What I love about Lingoda is that their lessons take place 24/7, so you can take classes anytime, anywhere, which allows you to fit language learning into a busy schedule. The classes, led by native speakers, are not only informative, but also a lot of fun. I recently took a Spanish class on Lingoda about working abroad, and it was so interesting because I got to learn new vocabulary on the topic I am very passionate about. And now Lingoda is offering an amazing challenge called the Language Sprint, which is an intensive 30-day course designed to help you build a daily language learning habit and stay motivated. This method is extremely effective because it helps you become more consistent and improve your speaking skills faster. If you choose the Sprint Challenge, you'll have to take 15 classes in 30 days. And if you complete the challenge successfully, you can receive a 50% cashback or 15 lesson credits. If you choose the Super Sprint Challenge, you'll have to take 30 lessons in 30 days. And upon successful completion, you'll receive a 50% cashback or 30 credits. The language sprint is a perfect opportunity for you to experience fast progress and structured learning. Don't miss out on this one-time offer to boost your language learning with Lingoda's 30-day sprint challenge. Click link below for more information and use my code 20Veronika for 20 euros or $25 off of your sprint registration. Now let's talk about the long-term vision that led all of those people to success. They all possessed a long-term vision for their ideas. They didn't just focus on short-term gains, but had a broader perspective on the potential impact and growth of their ventures. For instance, Elon Musk's vision for sustainable energy and multi-planetary existence. Jeff Bezos' focus on long-term customer satisfaction and cloud services. And Bill Gates' vision for a computer in every home were all long-range plans. When I share all the personal examples with you, the point of this is not to say that I am exactly the same as Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. Of course not. I am very far away from all of those ultra successful people. However, the point of this is to tell you that every single person in our daily lives, we all have, our everyday challenges and things we can grow from. And so my idea of creating a YouTube channel was a part of this long-term vision because I wanted YouTube and my content to become my job, my full-time job. YouTube was never my hobby. It was never something that I just decided to try doing just because. No, I was always thinking that, okay, I'm starting a YouTube channel, or okay, I'm starting my second YouTube channel, because I always thought that I wanted my YouTube channels to bring me income, to bring me money. And so when I was starting my YouTube channel, it was not like, okay, I'm just gonna try, it's my hobby, we'll see what happens. No, I was researching things about YouTube every single day because I wanted to make it my job. So I was, grabbing my computer every single evening, for example, after my part-time job at that time, and I would just spend hours researching this topic because I was curious, like, how do people make YouTube their job? And that's what I did because I had this long-term vision. And I'm sure for some of you watching, you also probably have this long-term vision about something. Successful execution is probably one of the most difficult things. Importantly, all of the people I mentioned in this video were able to execute their ideas successfully. They didn't merely conceptualize their visions, but took practical steps to bring them to life. This involved overcoming various challenges, making strategic decisions, and adapting to changing circumstances over time. The truth is, 99% of people would rather give up on things than be uncomfortable in learning them and executing them successfully. So to get ahead of the majority, you'll have to do what the 99% is unwilling to do. But of course, it is very, very hard to actually do it. We can obviously all share all of those quotes about how important it is to do something truly outstanding, to have great ideas and execute them successfully. But the truth is, not everyone wants to do that. It's a lot of work, and personally, all of these stories of ultra successful people act as a huge motivation for me to keep on going, to keep on growing my YouTube channels, for example, and learn something new. The reason why so many people don't try to change anything is because it is safe. Uncertainty is controlled. Risk is eliminated. While comfortable, nothing meaningful grows in this environment. If I wanted comfort, I would probably still live in Russia because it's my home country, and I would probably teach Chinese at a language school. And please don't think that what I'm saying here is that teaching Chinese at a language school is a boring and meaningless thing to do. Of course not, absolutely not. But at that time, when I was living in Russia and I was studying Chinese, I already realized that learning Chinese and, for example, teaching Chinese potentially in the future was not something that I wanted to do. That's why it's always important to think about what you want to do in life and not what other people expect you to do. I basically chose this pain of change. I moved to Mexico 4 months before graduating from college without speaking any Spanish and having no family or friends in Mexico. I chose the pain of waking up at 4 a.m. to attend college classes because of the huge time difference. I chose the pain of staying up late while working on my YouTube videos. But the reason why I was doing all of that was because I wanted change. I wanted to change something about my life. Now let's talk about adaptability. All of the successful people I mentioned were willing to adapt and evolve as circumstances changed. The ability to pivot when necessary is crucial for long-term success. Elon Musk, for example, shifted from Zip2 to PayPal to SpaceX and Tesla, showing adaptability and flexibility in his pursuits. And here is when we come to the final, maybe most important factor. I quit what I was doing as soon as possible if it didn't serve me. And here's what I mean by that. I already mentioned in this video that pain is a part of change. Discomfort is a part of change. But if something is hard and you don't see it getting better or producing the result you wanted at the beginning, it probably means it's time to quit. But if something is hard but rewarding, of course you should keep going. After spending 5 years in college, I decided that I didn't want to pursue a career in the Chinese language anymore. So I quit. I graduated and stopped practicing Chinese as often. I feel like many people nowadays admire those who start and continue doing something for years despite all odds. But sometimes you absolutely have to quit and move on to doing something else. I knew deep in my heart that the Chinese language wasn't something I wanted to continue doing. And many people would have said, "Oh no, Veronika, don't quit. You've been studying Chinese for the last 5 years." But I said, I would rather quit now than spend 5 more years doing something that's not serving me. That's why I think it's a very important skill, to know when it's time to stop doing something and move on to something else. Because for me, this decision was not easy. And again, the examples I'm sharing with you are only to prove that every single individual has something very significant going on in their lives. Not everyone wants to be among those 1%. However, we all can learn something from them. And I feel like this story of how I spent 5 years in college, I was learning Chinese, and then I realized that it was actually not what I wanted to do. And to be honest, I knew it all along. But I just thought that Chinese was something that was gonna help me get closer to my goal. But then I realized that it was not. Going to college and studying Chinese for me was a skill or a tool that I could later on implement in my life. But then I realized that it's not actually the tool I wanted, so that's why I decided to stop. If you're learning foreign languages just like me, I highly recommend giving Lingoda a try. It's an amazing language school, and I personally take Spanish classes there twice a week. In fact, after filming this video, I have to jump on a call because I have a group class on Lingoda in about 2 hours. Make sure to use my discount code 20Veronika and register for their language sprint. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video.